Hello and welcome back to Mexico News Network's Breaking News, broadcasting from the beautiful El Dorado Royal Spa Resort by Charisma in the heart of Riviera Maya. Now, before we continue, stay informed 24/7 by logging on to our website on www.mexiconewsnetwork.com, and do not forget to also follow us on social networks on Facebook, Twitter, as well as Google+. You will find us as Mexico News Network. Now let's continue with more information. Mexico and the United States share the Colorado River, the flow of which unfortunately has not reached the Sea of Cortez regularly since 1960. Both countries agreed in the year 2012 to take actions to bring water back into the parched riverbed, which is also home to numerous species and provides important socio-economic benefits to nearby communities. To address this, both countries entered a pact, christened Minute 319, in order to consider interim international joint cooperative measures to address water management in the Colorado River Basin. The idea is to reconnect the river to the ocean and revive the Delta region in Mexican territory. Starting in March last year, the Morelos Dam, located on the U.S.-Mexico border, agreed to release a pulse flow of water, which is the equivalent to 1% of the river's annual flow. The water took 8 weeks to reach the outfall for the first time since the year 1998. This action proved essential, as relatively small amounts of water can make a big difference in the health of the Delta region, according to Francisco Zamora Arroyo, director of the Colorado River Delta Legacy Program at Sonoran Institute. Indeed, the water pulse of 105,392 acre-feet mimicked the springtime flow between the dams were built, leading to a 43% increase in green vegetation, as well as a 23% increase along the river's borders. Now, the pulse reversed a 13-year decline in vegetation, said Pamela Nagler to the U.S. Geological Survey's Southwest Biological Science Center in Tucson, Arizona, quoted on an article from the Smithsonian Institute's website. This binational effort will expire in 2017, and the renewal of it is essential to continue restoration efforts. Now, there are currently several organizations that have been planting native trees by the riverbanks and trying to maintain their riparian ecosystems where more than 300 species of animals as well as birds inhabit. As stated above, even a little water makes quite a large difference, and there are high hopes that water may one day flow regularly. Now, after successfully completing all corresponding evaluations, the Education and Training for Sustainable Development Center of Mexico's Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources finally granted Delphinus Riviera Maya its recognition as a committed space for education. This distinction has only been granted to 300 companies in Mexico so far. With this award, Delphinus becomes the first company in the state of Quintana Roo to fulfill all requisites stated by the entity, the Ministry of Ecology, which are based on international regulations and granted by experts on sustainability. Each and every year, more than 277,000 people visit Delphinus dolphinariums. From that number, 1,200 are public and private elementary school students who participate in a visiting teaching program. Children who embark on this educational tour, in fact, learn about the environment and how to take care of it by learning about the impact of littering, the introduction of non-native species, overfishing, as well as climate change. Now, some time ago, a special event was organized to acknowledge this important effort. Among those attending were biologist Teresa Jimenez, the coordinator of the Semarnat's Environmental Education Department, along with Teresita Maldonado, coordinator of certification process, and Luis Roberto Sanchez, coordinator of the Office for the Support of Basic Education Programs of the Quintana Roo State Ministry of Education and Culture. After some words from the Semarnat authorities, the General Director of Delphinus, Rodrigo Constance Cordova, expressed his gratitude and acknowledged the grand efforts of the park's veterinarians, biologists, and all the people that worked hard every day to make this certification a fact. He also highlighted his company's commitment to foster a more environmentally responsible society. Mr. Constance added as well that Delphinus had just obtained the first of 3 SEMARNAT certifications and that his new objective will be to obtain the Center for Environmental Education and Cultural Distinction, to then move to become the Certified Center for Environmental Education. Moving along with more information, Mexican entrepreneur Oscar Yacer Noriega, better known as Akira, the CEO and co-founder at Pocket Supernova Inc., is living a rewarding moment right now that he's able to see the success of all of his hard work. A video messaging app with contextual decorations and dynamic text animation, as he describes it to Tech in Asia, which has become a top download in Japan, where he currently resides and has his company based. Mr. Noriega, a digital entrepreneur with over 15 years of experience, has been striving to develop a successful app. And now it seems that his team of 5 Japanese and 3 Mexicans, with him included, have finally done it with the development of WatchMe Messenger, which is the world's first messaging app entirely designed for the Apple Watch. This has reached 10,000 downloads in just 2 weeks, having Japan as its main market, followed by China and then by the United States. But you may be wondering what WatchMe is all about. This app in fact allows you to send quick and fun decorated video messages to all of your friends. They can be sent between iPhones, Apple Watches, or from iPhone to watch. The app adds contextualized animation, images, and text to each and every message. Every input generates 3 animations: text, context, and a random one. These can then be moved around or changed. Animations can also be added based on the user's voice input. WatchMe was in fact developed to target young adults for short interactions with one-touch messages in a fun social app. The design and interface is pretty straightforward and very easy to use. You only need to download, which is completely free, then register with a Facebook account, a phone number, or an email address. Add all of your friends and you are ready to start sending out your short video messages, which is so much fun. Now moving along with more information, coral colonies have many enemies, natural and otherwise, which is why a group of experts decided to create nurseries using polyvinyl chloride, better known as PVC. The project was implemented by the National Marine Park of Cancun and consists of cutting sections of coral growth from their natural reefs and moving them to vertically positioned PVC tubes. This in fact keeps the coral safe from predators and prevents it from dying buried in the sand if it detaches. The nursery's designs consist of PVC tubes vertically positioned and attached to a concrete base that keeps them safely anchored and stable. Each one contains 30 small coral colonies placed in one row. They are all located in a safe location known only to the park wardens, with shallow, clear waters that lets the sunlight, which is the essential element to the coral's development, reach the colony. The goal of their project is to restore reefs in the Mexican Caribbean and to increase fish and invertebrate populations which find refuge among the coral reefs. Currently, only the 4% of the reef's surface is part of the Cancun and Isla Mujeres National Marine Park. From that total, only 10% is healthy coral, sadly, due to the effects that residual waters have on encouraging excess algae growth at the coral's base. For this reason, local authorities have implemented solutions, such as a nursery as well as the Underwater Art Museum of Cancun, better known as a MUSA, off of the coast of Cancun, which has helped reduce the volume of visitors to naturally originated reefs, redirecting them to see the underwater sculptures, which are simply beautiful. This helps lessen impact and stress on the reefs and also allows visitors to appreciate art in a brand new and different way. Now stay with us as we'll be back with more information after these few messages.
Audio Jungle.